afternoon. Welcome to another faculty meeting. I'm here to go over some things we learned through Scholastic. It is a collaborative instructional review with the CCIR. It's from the International Center for Leadership and Education. So what we're going to do is go into give you a PowerPoint presentation on some things about this review. Okay, the collaborative instructional review is a snapshot of instruction in our schools through the lens of the Rigor Relevance Framework. Rigor, relevance, framework, and learning engagement. Let's talk about some myths. The framework is yet another lesson planning template we now have to use. We must always be in quadrant D. Now you have 4 different quadrants. Of course, you know, start off with A, then B, C, and D. To get the students to think on a higher level, we always want them to be in quadrant D. All right? The CIR rubrics are used to observe and evaluate myself as well as you as teachers. Use the collaborative instructional review to improve student achievement, instructional effectiveness, teaching, and professional dialogue. It also can provide AHA moments for principals and staff. It removes subjectivity and increases objectivity through professional dialogue. It collaborates levels of rigor, relevance, and learning engagement. The CIR is a real-world application of the 80-20 rule. 80% is looking at listening to what the students are doing and saying, and 20% is listening to the teacher, meaning more student engagement, less lecturing. The CIR review has a formative process. We'll go over a couple of them. Focuses on students. It helps guides the thinking and the work of instructional planning. Uses the data to inform and guide professional dialogue. Helps professionals make decisions about increasing rigor, relevance, and student engagement in lessons. Collaborative. Remember, it's collaborative, not evaluative. All right, we're going to look at the review rubric. Rigor indicators. Thoughtful work, high-level thinking, oral, extended student responses. Lesson intentionally prepares students to complete a range of high-quality learning tasks. This is under the thoughtful work. All right, give you some examples of thoughtful work. Explaining specific language usage, such as figurative language. Research the history of words and phrases. Reflect on literature, should be through journal writing. Imagine and write a creative story such as surviving in the wilderness. Generate analogies to explain an idea. Analyze commercials for fact and opinion. Analyze a character in a novel. Make up a new character in mythology. High-level questioning. Lesson provides opportunities for students to respond to a range of questions that increase in rigor and levels of thinking. All right, here you have question stems by quadrants. All right, like I said, we start at A, then move B, C, D. All right, let's look at a couple of them. You have A, what is, or, how many, blank, how do, how does, blank. All right, then you move on to step ahead to the B. would you do that? Where would you use that knowledge? All right, move from B to C. How are these similar, different? How is this like? What's another way we could say, explain, or express that? Then move into the last quadrant, which is D. How would you design a blank to blank? How would you compose a song about blank? Under the academic discussion, lesson includes opportunities for students to engage in vocabulary-rich academic conversation with peers. Relevance indicators, meaningful work, authentic resources, learning connections. Meaningful work, clear that the teacher talks matches the student population. Clear that the teacher knows the students and uses examples that reflect the student's population. Work is developmentally appropriate, it's real world, and it's a connection to careers. Authentic resources, multiple resources that reflect real world applications, which in parentheses you have careers, which we already know that. Range of cross-disciplinary tasks. Tools include using digital, print, visual, auditory, video, text. Real manipulatives used when possible. Learning connections. Students connect the concepts and skills taught to examples from their lives. Students can articulate and discuss the concepts and skills. Students can also explain how what they are learning is used in the real world. Next, we have some learning engagement indicators. Active participation, learning environment, formative tools, and process. Okay. Active participation. Students remain on task and engaged throughout the lesson. All students are actively involved in routine as designed. Students lead their own progress through learning new content, working productively, and collaboratively. Lesson provides multiple strategies designed to maximize student engagement, achieving a strong balance of direct instruction and student engagement through application. In learning environment, students are encouraged to take risks and persevere through productive struggles. Students are praised for demonstrating commitment to learning. Students consistently demonstrate respect for peers, teacher, and the learning environment. Clear classroom procedures and routines are visible and are consistently implemented. Right? Formative tools and processes. Students demonstrate mastery of content by completing a variety of formative assessments that allow for reciprocal feedback. Assessment results indicate that students are achieving expected outcomes and are able to self-reflect and share responsibility for their learning. Students are regularly and strategically partnered or grouped based on data and lesson content. Process and or product is differentiated to support varying student needs. Results from formative processes and tools are used to immediately adjust instructional pacing, plan differentiated instruction, and monitor progress. All right, the formative assessment strategies. Pre-assessing students, sharing learning goals with students, co-creating classroom discourse and questioning, rich and challenging tasks elicit student response, identifying gaps. providing feedback, how to improve, self-assessments, peer assessments, opportunities to close the gap, and celebrations. This is all I have for this meeting for today. Are there any questions from anyone?